Hey guys, welcome back to Making It. Today we're going to be doing fermented cranberries and garlic and honey. Delicious. We got some fresh cranberries that I picked up in Massachusetts. Check out the last episode, Local Legends, where we went up there and learned all about it. Today we're going to be fermenting them in honey, a little garlic, a little rosemary, a little flowering oregano from the garden, and we're going to be eating it with a little cheese, all right? A little nice, what is it called? Harbison. I always say it wrong. And we're gonna have that with a little baguette, and we're gonna put our drizzle honey on there. Yum, 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 little snack. So before we do all that, why don't we just set up the ingredient shrine, pay a little respect to the ingredients, all right, and the Lord of Death, and some new goodies from around the world. Also, bonus ingredient, it's a little trivia question quiz for you two. Look at each other with the cameras. Yeah. All right, we're gonna have a little trivia. I'm gonna break out a mystery ingredient and have you two ding dongs or whoever is here at the time guess that ingredient. All right. So first up, we got the cranberries, the star of the day. We dry harvested them up there, and they're unbelievable. Poppy, juicy, tangy, tart, sweet, all the good things. I'm gonna cut one open, and look. They're wild, man. Wild stuff going on there. All that cranberry, when you think of cranberry juice, cranberry sauce, all that pigment, all that amazing cranberry red color comes from the skin, kind of like a grape. So we're gonna try to pull that out in the honey when we ferment it and see what happens. Never done it before. We're in this together. We got our cheese, Harbison, all the way up from Vermont. We got the bulk jar of honey from Annie up there too. Bees are life, right? So this isn't about honey, but this is a big respect to bees. Let's have a little moment of silence, 2 seconds, for bees, for their importance in the environment and the world, especially a lot more than a lot of people think of. So let's just have a moment of silence, Brad. Shut up. Great, thank you bees, and thank you honey. We stole it from you, but you guys are good at that kind of stuff, so we'll make some more, and we'll try to stop killing you with pesticides and, I don't know, radio waves or whatever the hell we're doing. So thank you, and we're sorry. Honey, we got a little baguette from right around in here in town where I'm living. Someone made these up, what was the Nana's Bakery? Dave, I think Dave's his name. Dave, nice guy. And he makes a nice little piece of bread here. So we're gonna toast that up with the cheese and the honey cranberry drizzle. And we're gonna infuse it with a little rosemary and oregano. All right, I'm gonna bruise it up, put it in the honey, let it ferment with it. 2 of my favorite things. Oh, it's like being transformed into a forest, but your nose is on LSD and it's just like, whoa. It's exactly what that's like. Some garlic from the garden. I'm gonna take one, I'm gonna crush it, get that Allison going. Garlic has really amazing polyphenol, anti-vampire, anti-sickness properties. You crush it, it thinks it's getting eaten by a plant, by an insect or something, and the cell walls rupture and it makes a new compound called Allison, and it's like a defense property, but it's also like a super strong polyphenol. You know, when it like burns your mouth, but you get like kind of high from it, and you feel like you're strong and not gonna be sick for like a little bit. Garlic is awesome. All right, before we leave the ingredient shrine, name that ingredient, which we're not gonna use, but it's just a little mystery ingredient. What do you guys think this is? I'll give you 2 clues. You can look at them a little closer. Go ahead, Bobby, get in there and look.
Almost looks like a, should I say the answer?
I mean, yeah, you can guess, and if you're right there, Blake.
Kind of looks like a huckleberry.
Well, you're wrong. Bill Ponderosa, what is your guess? They are in the tomato family.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a tomato.
It's not a tomato. That was a clue, not the answer. All right, thanks for playing, Bobby and Bill. These are goji berries. Fresh goji berries, I believe to be in the nightshade family, related to a tomato. Native to the Himalayan mountains, high elevation, cold winters. Do well here in New England. I put them in the ground. I've had them for years. I bought them in Brooklyn like 12 years ago and had them in spackle buckets. I had 3, I'm down to 1. Sweet, delicious, kind of weird, and very good for you. Let's do that again, that was fun. We'll let them dry in the ingredient shrine. Thanks, Lord of Death and everyone and Mother Nature and the bees. Let's get a cooking, fermenting, fun. Cranberries. I'm gonna start with just a couple handfuls, all right? Let's say I'll say a cup and a half, 2 cups. All right, we got 2 little jars, nice. I'm gonna ferment in these, so if you wanted to, you could do it in a crock. It's not gonna give off a ton of gas, I'm guessing, and just because I have a swap going. But anyway, I'm gonna chop some of these up, and we're gonna make our first little batch. We're gonna do 2 ways. We're gonna do 1 whole cranberries, that's it. covered in honey. They're gonna be sealed units. We'll see what happens. I'm guessing they're not gonna break down that quickly or ferment as eagerly as the ones that I'm gonna chop up, but we'll see. All right, jars sanitize and clean. Anytime you're doing little preserves or preservations or ferments, just make sure your glassware is food grade and clean. All right, that looks pretty full. I'm gonna give it a little tamp down. All right, little settler, and we're gonna pour it right in there. Oh, Blake.
Here.
Twist that thing up, Blake.
Oh, wait, my hands are slippery.
Oh yeah.
My hands are slippery. Hang on. No, I swear it is. This isn't a pickle scenario.
What are you doing? What are you gonna, if you break that, oh my God. It's on there. I gotta run hot water.
You guys need me to grab that?
Ooh, Bell.
Go ahead, dude.
Let's go, Excalibur.
It's crazy. It's like that prank video. It's like super good.
The shirt is not gonna help you. That's adding. Go, don't yell. Don't yell. Bill, one more time, barehanded.
Come on, dude. Get it.
Don't do that. I gotta run a little hot water. Ooh, it moved.
Did it?
It's moving.
I don't think we're gonna make this video. Yeah, dude.
I think a little honey just gets munged up in the threads there, or that little seal. You just need a little hot water on there. Mmm. Whoa. Annie, relax. Laurel, sweet candy. I don't even know how to describe that. It's like you crushed up Smarties and liquefied it. Remember Smarties, those silly candies? That thick honey, and the way it's just kind of wrapping around the cranberries. You gotta do it in little stages. Just let it settle. Takes a few minutes. In the meantime, while we pour this in stages, let's set up our cough medicine infused medicinal fun one. All right, so what we're gonna do is take some more cranberries and just chop them up. All right, let me just have them, get them a little going here. And this is the one I wanna open these things up, make them into like a little, chopped up little bits and pieces, and that's gonna open up the exposure, that inside the seeds, open up the skin, break the seal, get all those pigments and good cranberry stuffs, oils, and waters all exposed to the honey. It'll probably thin it out a good deal, and I'm guessing this one will ferment a little bit more eagerly as well, just because of the introduction of damage to the cells of the wall. It's just kind of a protective barrier. Good for us, bad for the cranberry. Another layer of honey. As the November winds howl, the gales of November came smashing. Oh, we're gonna get a little Gordon Lightfoot going. Little Edmund Fitzgerald screams cranberries, right? For the wives and the sons and the daughters. The legend lives on from the Chippewa on down of the big lake they call Gitchagumi. You guys know. You don't know that song? Almost done. And this one, just about filled, actually. I might give it a little top, just to kind of keep everything nice and covered and encapsulated in the bee gold. Knock out some of those air bubbles. Little concrete vibration, Let's chop up the rest of these cranberries, top them off with honey, and first I'm gonna bruise up the herbs. I got the oregano and the rosemary. I wanna give them just a little bruising before we go putting them in the jar. All right, so we've topped off both our jars, one with the chopped cranberries, with some rosemary, some oregano bruised up, and some garlic, 1 clove of garlic, filled up to the top, and every now and then I just give it a little topsy-turvy to mix it up. And the other one, whole cranberries, straight honey, right up to the top there. And then I leave them at room temperature I want to let them ferment, especially I go a week, 2 weeks. You can go way longer. If you find where like a good texture and a good consistency that you like, pop it in the fridge and it'll probably last for like 10 years. At least the garlic. I've never done it with the cranberry, but we're gonna have a running experiment with one of these. Ferments, pulls water and stuff out of it. It's got nowhere to go. It gets reabsorbed and dissolved into the honey, gets loose. Nice. Luckily, it's been a little chilly, a little warm, chilly at night, so I use my dehydrator as a little incubator, a little pop-up fermentation station type of deal here, where I can set it at like 80 degrees or just on fan in this little number, just this little box chamber, little shelter for it to kind of get happy. I use it as a nice little thing at that, turn it on at night, leave it off when it's warm during the day. You don't want it too hot, you don't want it too cold. Like any fermentation, too hot's gonna kill it, and too cold's just gonna like halt it basically, or just really slow it down. So let's see where we're at. So we got the whole one, a little bit looser, certainly. A little bit more headspace, so they must have shrunk a tiny bit. Let's open it up. Ooh, a little bit of an off gas. Very, very slight. Oh, these look incredible. Almost like maraschino cherries or something. They seem to have gotten, they're still pretty firm. I want to try one of those, but let's open up the chopped one, which shrunk in volume quite substantially and is got a viscosity of way looser, like a cough syrup or something. It's actually looser than that. Let's open that up. Yeah, a little bit of bubble coming out of the berries. Ooh, it did a little ferment. I burped it a couple times. I set those up a week ago. Yeah, that looks great. Rosemary got nice and wilted out. You can even pull the rosemary at this point. Aromatics and oils have been pulled out. Same with the oregano, and then just leave the cranberries to kind of store as your little ingredient and elixir. Let's taste it. I want to taste the syrup by itself. Wow. Oh, the garlic comes through. So that'd be good on some pizza. Should have put some hot peppers in there too. Cranberry, hot pepper, garlic, honey. Oh, but we didn't. That is delightful. That would be good, man, in a salad dressing, on yogurt, over a little vanilla ice cream. Let's try a berry. No. Let's try some of the chopped berries. Just a little bit. Oh, wow. A bit more of like a texture of like a really juicy, dried cranberry, if that makes any sense. Like a little fruit snack. That's delightful. Very aromatic still from the honey. The color transformation, I mean, I used the same honey. The color transformation is wild. So that's just all the pigment from the skin of the cranberries as opposed to these ones. Let's try the whole one. I'm kind of almost more intrigued by these. I mean, look, that's like a glossy little candy. Look at that. Look at that. I'm just gonna pop it. Whoa, I don't know about that. Maybe I might get sick from that. I wasn't expecting that. Everyone needs to try one of those. 1 week is the sweet spot. So I bit it, and the outside was crunchy and poppy, but the inside was fermenting. And the inside turned into complete mush, almost like a cranberry sauce mush. And when I bit it, it popped, and it was like snappy on the outside, but creamy like applesauce on the inside. But right now at 1 week, they're like little cranberry bombs. Yeah, let's cut into this thing. Oh yeah, I felt it release a little bit. Wow, look at the inside. Completely red. That's wild. So I'm gonna squish it. Look at that texture. It's completely red. All the pigment from the skin has been absorbed into the whole cranberry. Oh my God. We just make fermented cranberry sauce. Look at that. Oh my, this is one of the coolest things I've ever made. Oh my God. It's like a cranberry like popper. Like someone else needs to try this. First of all, let's observe how beautiful it is on the golden spoon. This is one of the coolest things I've ever eaten. The forbidden apple.
Pop it.
Yeah.
Dude.
What?
Dude.
What just happened?
Dude.
Tell us about it.
Super sweet, and then it's combined with that slight bitterness of the cranberry. And right when it popped, it's the perfect little flavor level match. It's perfect.
Little mushed out, right?
Yeah,
on the inside.
Yeah, definitely.
Let me get a popper.
Try that, dog.
When you first tried it, did you say, I'm gonna get sick from this?
Yeah. Like it was like so like.
Okay.
It's delicious.
Wow.
Tell me about it.
No, that's crazy.
Textural.
That's just great. That's nuts.
Way different than the raw.
Yeah. You're right. That as a sauce would be so good.
Little two-parter, a little happy accident. Ferment them, take the whole ones, put them in a strainer, let all the honey go into the jar. Save the honey, use it again, use it for whatever, put it in your tea. I don't know, use it as honey. Take all these when they're just slightly coated, add a little bit of lemon, maybe a little bit of whatever you want, a little bit of salt maybe, mash it up. Oh, geez. Oh my God, they're exploding. Look at that color, so vibrant. Little fermented cranberry sauce. Oh, it's gonna be nice and enhanced sweetness with some beautiful honey. That was the bog that they grew in. Pretty awesome. I'm gonna give it a taste. A little cranberry, holidays coming up anytime. It's damn near perfect. That is phenomenal. I mean, look at that texture. All right, nice little creamy. That's some hot bread. A little bit of this. We're gonna be living. Let's throw the cheese and the bread in the oven. I'm at 500 degrees, broil, get it nice and hot, get the bread nice and crispy, and we'll eat some of the chopped up stuff. We'll drizzle that over the cheese, and then we'll eat this little new batch of cranberry sauce we're gonna whip up. 550 degrees, broil, put that in there for a few minutes. You guys know how to heat up cheese and bread. It's not about that. It's about the cranberries. That smells so good. It smells like Thanksgiving. Wow. All right, cool. Let me get 2 more minutes. The bread's coming out, the cheese is coming out. You guys get your little dinner plates out. Let's go. All right, so I pulled the cheese out of the oven. I like to peel. There's like a little bit of rind that I saved on there. Kind of, let me look. Oh gosh. Put that right to the side. Look at that cheese. Oh my God, it's so good. With the little hot bread, let's make a little bite. All right, Brad, enough. I'm starving. Just gonna dip that right in there. All right, that looks great. And we're gonna put a little bit of that little fermented cranberry sauce right on it. Doesn't even need it, but I'm gonna. A little fermented honey right on it. Yep, it's perfect food. That cheese is so phenomenal with the tart, sweet cranberry. What could you possibly want more? It's perfect. Sweet, savory, umami, even the cranberry sauce, when it fermented for that little bit of time, gave it that depth of umami, a little bit of funk to it. A lot of sweetness, floralness from the honey. Put that on your turkey, on your ham, in a salad. Started off the day, I was just gonna do a little fermented cranberry, garlic, honey, little medicinal syrup, little ingredient enhancer to dishes. And we did, very successfully. Things happen, you get inspired in the moment. And I've never done this before, so we tried those whole ones that we packed in honey, which I started a whole nother big jar of because of how good they were. Let them ferment for a week, and they just exploded with like cranberry sauce when you bit them. They were snappy and hard on the outside, and just creamy, brilliant red throughout the inside when you smashed them. And it ended up, I was like, you know what? Thanksgiving's right around the corner. This needs a little bit of work, but not really. Fermented cranberry sauce takes 1 week, do it in the honey, and then you got the honey. It's a little win-win. Everyone wins on that one. Thank you to Annie's Crannies for making good cranberries, and all you farming guys and gals out there for doing hard things like farming, especially cranberries, and keeping it alive. So people like me can fool around with them and do a little controlled rot in a jar. Thank you, and let me know more things we should make some fermentation projects out of. I love you, and I'm gonna eat all this cheese by myself because it's getting, oh my God. You guys should try this cheese though.
Big deal.
Bro, like before it sets up.